The SLS has been criticized on the basis of program cost, lack of commercial involvement, and the non-competitive nature of a vehicle legislated to use Space Shuttle components. In 2009, the Augustine Commission proposed a commercial 75T, 74 long tons, 83 short tons, launcher with lower operating costs, and noted that a 40 to 60T, 39 to 59 long tons, 44 to 66 short tons, launcher was the minimum required to support lunar exploration 153 in 2011 to 2012. The Space Access Society, Space Frontier Foundation and the Planetary Society called for the cancellation of the project, arguing that SLS will consume the funds for other projects from the NASA budget 154, 155, 156 US. Representative Dana Rohrabacher and others proposed that an orbital propellant depot should be developed and the Commercial Crew Development Program accelerated instead. 154, 157, 158, 159, 160. A NASA study that was not publicly released 161, 162 and another from the Georgia Institute of Technology showed this option to be possibly cheaper. 163, 164. In 2012, the United Launch Alliance also suggested using existing rockets with on-orbit assembly and propellant depots as needed. The lack of competition in the SLS design was highlighted. 165, 166, 167, 168, 169. In the summer of 2019, a former ULA employee claimed that Boeing, NASA's prime contractor for SLS, viewed orbital refueling technology as a threat to SLS and blocked further investment in it. 170. In 2011, Mars Society/Mars Direct founder Robert Zubrin suggested that a heavy-lift vehicle could be developed for $5 billion on fixed-price requests for proposal. 171. In 2010, SpaceX's CEO Elon Musk claimed that his company could build a launch vehicle in the 140 to 150 ton payload range for $2.5 billion or $300 million in 2010 dollars per launch, not including a potential upper stage upgrade. 172, 173. In the early 2010s, SpaceX went on to start development of SpaceX Starship, a planned fully reusable Super Heavy launch system. Reusability is claimed to allow the lowest cost Super Heavy launcher ever made. 174. Unreliable source. If the price per launch and payload capabilities for the Starship are anywhere near Musk's claimed capabilities, the rocket will be substantially cheaper than the SLS. 175. In 2011, Representative Tom McClintock and other groups called on the Government Accountability Office, GAO, to investigate possible violations of the Competition in Contracting Act, CICA, arguing that congressional mandates forcing NASA to use Space Shuttle components for SLS are de facto non-competitive, single-source requirements assuring contracts to existing shuttle suppliers. 155, 176, 177. The Competitive Space Task Force, in September 2011, said that the new government launcher directly violates NASA's charter, the Space Act, and the 1998 Commercial Space Act requirements for NASA to pursue the fullest possible engagement of commercial providers and to seek and encourage, to the maximum extent possible, the fullest commercial use of space. 154, 177. Opponents of the heavy launch vehicle have critically used the name Senate Launch System, 54, 177, 168, a name that was still being used by opponents to criticize the program in 2021. As the NASA Inspector General said, the total cost of the rocket would reach $27 billion through 2025. 178. In 2013, Chris Kraft, the NASA mission control leader from the Apollo era, expressed his criticism of the system as well. 179. Lori Garver, former NASA deputy administrator, has called for canceling the launch vehicle alongside the Mars 2020 rover. 180. Phil Plait has voiced his criticism of SLS in light of ongoing budget trade-offs between the Commercial Crew Development and SLS budgets, Also referring to earlier critiques by Garver 181 in 2019, the Government Accountability Office found that NASA had awarded Boeing over $200 million for service with ratings of good to excellent despite cost overruns and delays. As of 2019, the maiden launch of SLS was expected in 2021. 183 NASA continued to expect that the first orbital launch would be in 2021 as late as May 2020. 17 Needs update on May 1, 2020. NASA awarded a $1.79 billion contract extension for the manufacture of 18 additional RS-25 engines. Ars Tech NICA, in an article published on the same day, highlighted that over the entire RS-25 contract the price of each engine works out to $146 million and that the total price for the 4 expendable engines used in each SLS launch will be more than $580 million. They critically commented that for the cost of just one engine, 6 more powerful RD-180 engines could be purchased, or nearly an entire Falcon Heavy launch with 2/3 of the SLS lift capacity. 184 Former NASA Administrator Charlie Bolden, who oversaw the initial design and development of the SLS, also voiced his criticism of the program in an interview with Politico in September 2020. Bolden said that the SLS will go away because at some point commercial entities are going to catch up. Bolden further stated commercial entities are really going to build a heavy lift launch vehicle sort of like SLS that they will be able to fly for a much cheaper price than NASA can do. SLS.185